Okay, YouTube, it's Shay Love. Now we're going to talk about Pretty Little Liars, episode 4, season 3. This episode was a lot of secrets was revealing and everything. So let's get started. The girls are at a cafe, they're eating cake or at a restaurant, wherever they are, and Spencer's mom and sister is there. They talk about Jenna and how they may cross off of the new A-list, and they're crossing off Lucas too. Why? Lucas seems a little weird. Yeah, he may be a little grungy and stuff, but he seems a little weird about stuff. Not wanting to talk to Hannah or any of the girls. Yeah. They think Melissa might be the Black Swan, which it seems obvious. I mean, when Emily noticed how she looks good, and that Hannah noticed that she's back to her size too, same size as the Black Swan. Mhm. Mhm. Um, Jason's back. Jason's back. He yells at Spencer's mom about being his lawyer or whatever to Garrett. If you hear something in the background of somebody outside doing something, sorry about that. In the background, about basically being his lawyer, being Garrett's lawyer, and she's not just. Is she just doing it to protect Melissa or something, or really to be Garrett's lawyer? I think it's something else because you didn't want to do nothing with Garrett when you realize what you call it, Spencer was with him talking. All of a sudden you're concerned now and you want to stop it. Then Spencer goes outside to talk to Jason. Jason puts something on the pole, basically a reward for Allison's remains, 50 grand. And A had to text the girl saying, oh yeah, 50 grand, that would work perfectly for me knowing what I can do. Yes, you know that A was gonna text and whatnot. It is what it is. Jason knew that something was gonna come up, and that was the reason why he did it. Spencer goes to her mom about the post, and she knows about the post and everything, and she knows that Jason might get 50 million calls about it, some spam, somebody might come up with the truth, and also it might make it easier for Garrett to become innocent. Because if somebody comes up with the truth, if it's the truth, they might pin it on him or her and think about, well, how'd you get the body, and you might be the person that killed Allison. Ain't nobody gonna come. Yeah, they're gonna come to Jason, but you think they really gonna come to the police and say, oh yeah, I killed her. Yeah, I did it. I killed her. I took the body out and I used it. Really? Come on. And then, let's see. Arya's being worried about her mom after her and Hannah talked about telling Arya's mom about Meredith and her dad seeing each other. What was about? I would have told. I had no problem telling if my parents were separated. I would have told. Well, yeah, that's on a date. So, Hannah was trying to go see Mona. Mona could not see cannot have visitors. Oh, because of the little freak out she had, so the doctor didn't permit it and whatnot. Really. All of a sudden, she has one little freak out and she can't have visitors. Yeah, okay. And Maya's cousin comes out of the woodworks now to see Emily, and they talk. But Emily couldn't talk too much because she just started her first job, but she has a job now. Okay. So Emily says to meet her somewhere, and they can talk. Let's see. I was like, I really hope. I was hoping because Hannah and Caleb got into an argument about Mona again, about why she couldn't go see her, and Caleb said it was him, and the whole freak out. And Hannah got mad, and Caleb got mad, and he walked away. Hopefully, he doesn't break up with her. Hopefully. I'm kind of just gonna skip some stuff. It's basically Spencer and Jason talk about the fire, and then that his mom try to protect Melissa, and then Emily and Nate, Maya's cousin, they meet. They talk about, they reminisce about Maya. He reminisce about Maya in the younger years and older, and how all this other stuff, and that they had Maya's parents had like something that Maya ordered. It was like a shirt from the first date Emily and Maya had. And Emily said she wanted to write a thank you note. And that she didn't know the parents' address, so asked Nate for it. And the next time they would meet, he would give it to her. Hannah sneaks into the ward to try to talk to Mona before she could. Ow! Ooh. Before she could, Ren and Officer Wilden, I think that's his name, were talking, and that he had a court order to talk to Mona. Sorry if the camera's shaking. Talk to Mona. So he goes in and talks to Mona, and Ren and Hannah talk. And she's trying so hard to get into it, but she can't. Then they go back to Emily and Nate talking about swimming and all this other stuff. Like I said, reminiscing basically. The girls talk about Wilton and then the Black Swan, and Spencer decides to go to Philly, and all the girls decide to go with her. The girls, while Melissa leaves to meet up with Spencer, the girls are at the house waiting for, Spencer to give that text on when to go into the house. They do it anyway, when they should have just waited. And then they wouldn't be sitting there struggling to put stuff back out while they're looking for the medical records. So, when Melissa comes back, Emily forgot to put away the book that she saw, that she was looking through, and left it on the table. They're hiding in her closet, and she puts the book back. Melissa puts the book back and looks for her wallet, and they're sitting hiding in the same closet Melissa goes into. After she leaves, they found a costume bag that had the same feathers as the Black Swan costume. Spencer, you know how Spencer is. She acts like she doesn't want to believe it, but she goes home and confronts her sister about it. And they talk, and she has her dramatic moment and cries and walks away and boo-hoo-hoo. And they talk about it, how Melissa lost her baby when she saw Ian dead. And then Spencer asks Melissa about the Black Swan costume, and then her mother shows up. Anyways, about the Black Swan costume. And Melissa says she found a note, most likely from A, to wear it to distract Jenna. And then I'm guessing to run away, so her news about losing the baby won't go out into the public. Knowing that it might anyway, because of A. You can't hide nothing from A. Then they pan over to Aria and Hannah talking on the phone. After that, Hannah gets a text saying that I'm everywhere, and you see Monticello EMT, and that's when Caleb comes and talks, say that his mother was in a car crash, and basically from the picture. Hey, you wrong for that. You wrong. Let's see. Also, before the whole Hannah and Caleb thing, Spencer's mom was telling how Garrett kind of like blackmailed her into being his lawyer because of a protective witness list with the PI that both her and her husband hired to follow Melissa around is on it. So, yeah. I was so mad to find out that Caleb broke up with Hannah. I was like, word, why? But then again, it's her own fault too. If she just would have said it, he might would have stayed. Yeah. Emily and Nate, they meet up again. She gives him the letter to get to Maya's parents and stuff. And then Emily gives Nate advice, and then he's like, you should follow your own advice about recovering. You know that you just need to let her go, and that he needs to stay. And then she just loves saying that you know you will have a friend if you decide to stay. And then Spencer and Jason talk. And then when Spencer gets up, Jason gets like this text before she gets up. And then when she leaves, Jason goes on the phone to talk to whoever he's talking to. It seems like it might be A for the money. He writes the check and stuff. And then calls and says, just meet me somewhere. And then Wilden says, oh, how far is it away from your grandparents or your parents' lake house? Why would you ask that? You know something, obviously. And then at the end of the show, it pans on the A, allowing Mona to get visitors, stuff. Mind you, he's in Monticello, too. And then pays $50. He must have got money from somewhere. But either way, that's it for Pretty Little Liars Season 3, Episode 4. My bad, sorry.